Just in, West Ham willing to give Tottenham a significant Mohammed Kudus discount. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. West Ham have now named their asking price for Mohammed Kudus after Tottenham showed interest in securing the services of the Hammers star. Until a few days ago, it appeared as if Eberechi Eze was Tottenham's top attacking target, but the situation has now changed dramatically over the last few days. Several outlets are now reporting that Kudus is now the most likely attacker to arrive at Spurs this summer, with the Lilywhites said to be confident that they can land the 24-year-old well below his £85 million release clause. If Tottenham do secure the services of the Ghana international, he would be the first player to make a move from West Ham since Scott Parker in 2011. How much do Tottenham have to pay for Kudus? The Guardian have now backed up what other sources have reported about the winger, revealing that West Ham need to sell their winger, given their profit and sustainability rules issues. It is revealed that the East London club need to raise funds to make moves for their transfer targets, and Graham Potter is happy to let Kudus leave since he feels the former Ajax man is at his best on the right, which is where captain Jarrod Bowen plays. It is asserted that an offer of £60 million from Tottenham Hotspur would be enough for them to clinch a deal for the Ghana international, despite him having an £85 million release clause. The report adds that while West Ham would prefer not to sell the attacker to Spurs, they are prepared to be pragmatic and do a deal with their bitter rivals, given their financial situation. The Guardians say that Chelsea, Newcastle and Manchester United have all signalled their interest in Kudus, but it is unclear from the report if any of those three clubs are currently vying for the player. It was claimed a few days ago by TBR Football that Arsenal could challenge Tottenham for Kudus, with Mikel Arteta keen on adding more firepower to the Gunners' attack. The opportunity to join Tottenham will be exciting for him. They will be able to provide him with Champions League football and the opportunity to fight for trophies. Earlier, reports via Fabrizio Romano claimed that Tottenham have already been in touch with his agents regarding a summer move. It will be interesting to see if they follow up with an official offer to get the deal done. Tottenham finished in the bottom half of the league table last year, and they will look to get back into the top four. They need quality players to bounce back strongly. They looked mediocre in the attack last season, and signing a versatile forward like Kudus could prove to be a wise decision. Spurs continue to be linked with a move for the Crystal Palace attacker Eberechi Eze. However, they will now face competition from bitter rivals Arsenal. According to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal have contact with the players' representatives regarding a move. It will be interesting to see how the situation develops. Romano claims that Tottenham remain keen on the player, and it will be interesting to see if they can get the deal done. The 26-year-old had 14 goals last season, and he picked up 11 assists as well. Tottenham need a dynamic attacker like him who can slot in on the flanks as well as centrally. He will help create opportunities for his teammates and find the back of the net as well. There is no doubt that he is one of the best attacking players in the league right now, and losing out on the player to Arsenal would be a major blow for Tottenham. They need to improve the squad if they want to get back into the top four. Someone like Eze could make a big difference for them in the final third. The player is highly rated, and Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner has described him as an absolutely top player. The opportunity to join big clubs like Tottenham or Arsenal will be quite attractive for the player. He will look to compete in Europe and fight for trophies. Tottenham will be able to provide him with Champions League football next season, and it remains to be seen whether they can convince him to join the club. The player has a £68 million release clause in his contract, and it will be interesting to see if Tottenham or Arsenal are prepared to pay up. Palace are unlikely to let him leave for cheap this summer. Marcus Rashford is reportedly ready to take a pay cut from his £300,000 a week Manchester United contract in order to find a new club this summer. Tottenham are strongly linked with signing the 27-year-old Manchester United and England forward, who spent the second half of last season on loan at Aston Villa. However, one of the major issues standing in the way of Spurs signing Rashford is his massive wages at Old Trafford, which far exceed what Daniel Levy has ever paid anyone. The first thing Tottenham need in order to sign Rashford this summer is for the Man United forward to not sign permanently for loan club Aston Villa. Fortunately for Spurs, It was announced by the Villains on Monday that Rashford will be returning to Manchester United following the expiration of his loan contract in the West Midlands. Aston Villa also announced on Monday that Marco Asensio has returned to PSG and Axel Disasi has gone back to Chelsea. Rashford scored 4 goals and supplied 6 assists in 17 appearances while on loan at Villa Park. He set up goals against Club Brugge and PSG in the Champions League, while also netting an FA Cup brace against Preston in the quarter-finals. Rashford is now officially back at Manchester United, where it's no secret that he's a spare part for under-fire manager Ruben Amorim. Manchester United need to lower their wage bill this summer after failing to qualify for European football next season, and getting rid of big-money players like Rashford will help. It's already been reported that Rashford is willing to take a pay cut to join a team like Tottenham this summer, with the North London club interested in a deal for the attacker. On top of that, The Telegraph reported on the 28th of June that Man United will be willing to pay a portion of his wages should he join Spurs on loan. Discussions about Rashford's future will likely continue well into the summer transfer window. Manchester United need him gone. Rashford needs to go for the sake of his career, and clubs are interested in him, but not for the money that's being currently touted. As the summer continues, Man United and Rashford will become more desperate for a move to happen, and compromises are going to be reached more easily. Maybe that's when Levy will strike. Atletico Madrid are reportedly yet to agree on a deal with Tottenham Hotspur for Cristian Romero, despite claims from Argentina regarding a fee being agreed upon. Sky Sports reporter Michael Bridge has quashed suggestions that Spurs have agreed to sell the Argentine defender to the La Liga giants. There were reports in his homeland that Atletico were closing in on a £47 million plus £8.5 million in add-ons package for the player, who is a top target for Diego Simeone. Romero fueled talk of a potential summer move when speaking in May about always wanting to grow and looking for new places to continue developing. He has 2 years left on his contract and was a standout performer in the Lily-Whites Europa League final victory over Manchester United. Romero has been with Spurs since the summer of 2022, when he arrived from Serie A side Atalanta in a £42.5 million deal. He encountered a topsy-turvy past season amid injury issues, but is an undisputed starter alongside Mickey van der Ven when fit. Simeone is eyeing the 27-year-old, but Bridge has denied reports of an agreement being in place. He wrote on X, "Told reports from Argentina media that Spurs have agreed a fee with Atletico Madrid for Cristian Romero are not true. Spurs' stance appears to be that they want the 2022 World Cup winner to stay following Thomas Frank's appointment as Ange Postecoglou's replacement. The Danish tactician reportedly wants to keep the 2024-25 Europa League player of the tournament in North London for the upcoming season, according to Football.London quote, S. Alistair Gold. The Argentine international is set to be joined at the club by Japanese defender Kota Takai, with the club closing in on a reported £5 million deal. The Kawasaki Frontale centre-back would become Frank's second summer signing after Mathis Tell's loan move was made permanent for £30 million earlier this month. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham news today. Community together. Thanks for tuning in. And as ever, come on you Spurs.